So, I mean, how much does this cost? You know, paper. How much does reels cost? We get it all from the major studios. They help us destroy them. That's the way we work. Because if we make a good film, they will only suffer. And as they suffer, they come and they say, please make films for us. And we say, no, we don't want to make films for you.
John Cassavetes lied in early interviews. He exaggerated the improvisational appearance of the film, claiming that Shadows took only 42 days, that it was completely spontaneous. Ray Carney's Cassavetes on Cassavetes clarifies, however, that the film not only took about 3 years to make, but for that whole length of time was carefully, meticulously planned. Cassavetes' exaggerations speak to the style of the film. Watching Shadows, it might often feel like an improvised film indeed.
If you feel it, stupid!
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Ah, shut up, Dennis.
Shut up yourself.
Say you're sorry.
All right, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Hey, look at that one now. Look at that one, man.
You're really sorry?
Yeah, I'm really sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I apologize. Hey, look at this one, man.
Guys, will you?
Hey, look at it now. Look.
And although it was certainly scrapped together, with Cassavetes learning production methods as he went along, his directorial choices were very deliberate. Cassavetes was a pioneer of the cinema verite style, following in the footsteps of the Italian neorealists. He said his main interest was love and human relationships. His style managed to create an emphasis on these things, the camera in many ways becoming merely a tool to communicate various characters' subjective experiences. Cassavetes was indeed an independent filmmaker, but he wouldn't have limited himself to a genre. "I'm not part of anything," he said. "I never joined anything. I'm an individual." When you make a film, you aren't part of a movement. Cassavetes made the films he wanted to make as an individual, and said the labels only came later.
We made it first to like it ourselves. Then hopefully somebody else will like it. You know, if they do, if they don't. If we sell it, if we don't, we've made it. Our fun is in making the picture, not in the glories that come from making the picture. We're not making it for the cahier, you know.
If anything, his genre was subjectivity and humanity. Cassavetes' goals align with the Italian neorealists. He adored the humanity of these filmmakers. He believed that truth in art was necessary, but not necessarily downbeat or depressing. He said it was more or less an artist's job to show what life was about, going on to say that it is not just untrue but wrong when art films are needlessly depressing. Life to him had meaning. Life to him was about the few good moments we have. The improvisational feel of Shadows comes from the feeling of spontaneity in the performances, a feeling that the camera was just left, and we are watching real interactions. Cassavetes, being mainly interested in relationships and human emotion, was therefore mainly interested in performance.
I want you to go. What? I don't want you to hurt my sister. I don't want to hurt your sister. Look. Maybe I can make you understand what I want. No, I don't want to hurt you. Look, I want you to go. What? I don't.
What are you doing? Look, you want to see me for a moment?
Yeah, you got a minute?
Sure.
Benny,
Wait a minute. Let me see him for a moment. Okay? One moment, man. You know. What is it, Benny?
You got a minute?
Yeah, I got a minute. Let me tell you something. You know what these people want to do?
At many points, the camera is not a real presence. It stands back in its deliberate position and gives room for characters to interact, for a fluid scene to occur.
Hold it. That's cute. That's funny. Everybody likes jokes. That's right. Man, you won't offend anybody. You know it dates.
You really think that's funny?
Yeah, come on. Give it a try, will you?
I do, man.
Well,
I don't know.
Come on.
Look, I can't.
Try it, Hugh, once, will you?
But the spontaneous feeling comes not just from the camera work. The mise-en-scène is often crowded with characters and at times feels unintentional.
Hey, I got the 20. Wait a minute. Be careful. Ben. Go my leg. Let go my hand. Let go my arm, man.
Let's get out of here. We're only kidding around, buddy.
The mise-en-scène does not seem careful, despite our knowledge that the whole film was planned meticulously. Cassavetes, though exaggerating, claimed that he merely grabbed footage off the streets of New York City in an improv style. The city was obviously left as it was, similar to the neo-realist techniques used in the film Bicycle Thieves. Bicycle Thieves was filmed on location, with no trained actors, no controlled lighting. In shadows, the lighting often feels underdone or unaffected, natural, and the sound feels scrappy. Characters speak over each other.
Here, ladies and gentlemen, here's a couple celebrating their third drinks in 7:15.
Cut it! Cut it out. Okay, cut it. Cut it.
The sounds of New York City buses sometimes overtake conversation. Multiple conversations occur at once.
Gee, he's your brother, and I find it hard to believe you can't talk to him.
I don't know. Right now, I'd just be satisfied with a home and a few kids, you know.
Just as they would in real life.
Things.
Pattern, you never go anywhere with your life.
Tom, there. Pick up.
How many do I take?
Take just this one.
Well, why don't you do something? Learn something. There are thousands of things to do in New York City.
The camera is often manipulated, and the film often cuts as emotion shifts when emphasis is being placed on a certain person's reaction or a certain interaction.
What did you say your name was?
Lelia.
This leads directly to the subjectivity of Cassavetes' films. The camera is essentially made to follow in the emotional subjectivity of whatever character the emphasis happens to be on. Since there are several characters in shadows, there are several subjective tracks followed by the camera at several different points throughout the film. This subjective editing is used in the scene where Tony finds out that Lelia is black.
That's more like it. How you been?
I'm fine. Tony Russell, this is my brother Hugh.
Hi.
And this is Rupert Cross.
Glad to know you. How are you?
Well, how did the thing go? I mean, big crowds?
Fine. The only one bad spot in the whole thing was his character. He decides to, he's going to rewrite everything.
You ever hear Jelly Roll sung like an opera?
Oh, come on. Your song's not Jelly Roll, man. It's about it. It's a beautiful thing.
You sing like a velvety throat.
Of course, honey. Lelia, I have an appointment. I have to go.
This subjectivity is also displayed when Hugh performs and loses the crowd.
Hey, don't you... All the girls, man. Introduce the girls.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On my way here tonight, I wondered what...
I'm real magic.
This subjectivity is also found in the scene where Lelia and Tony sleep together for the first time.
I thought being with you would be so important. It means so much. And afterwards, two people would be as close as it's possible to get. But instead, we're just two strangers.
Lelia.
The pace and editing of the film centers around and is dependent on the subjective experiences of these various characters. It tracks their emotions and understands and perceives experiences as they do. This is integral to Cassavetes' humanistic aim. The subjectivity ties directly into what Cassavetes is trying to do, his genre, which really wasn't a genre at all. He was trying to portray life as it is, as honestly as possible, and his hopeful approach to this honesty comes from his own subjective, hopeful, and meaningful view of life. He believed that a lot of art films suggest that life is about horror, whereas he took a humane approach to things, believed in people and individuals. By this belief, he could present his stories as nothing other than subjective.
Look what we got here.
That is sure.
He immerses us in a world of people, where relationships and emotions are what matter.
Luke, you're a very lucky boy. If you knew how many people wanted this job, you know you're both very lucky boys.
Well, I wouldn't say that exactly, Mr. Ackerman.